guys? It's Brandon here, and if I knew what I'm about to tell you right now, 10, 15 years ago, maybe when I was just getting out of high school, I would have multiple millions of dollars saved up, probably traveling the world and having ultimate freedom. And this is something that a lot of guys, they don't really know because the school system doesn't teach them how to become a salesperson or an entrepreneur or somebody who just makes a ton of money, or even an investor. They teach you to be a part of the system, and they want you to be a employee, somebody who works for the government. So if I were to go back and I was in high school, the day that I left high school, I would have gotten into sales. And the reason why sales is so good is because you are in charge of how much you make. You're in charge of what your income is, and it also helps you with one of the best skills for entrepreneurship. If I had started to do sales like right out of high school, I would have been able to eventually transition from sales to maybe becoming an entrepreneur or even selling that sales skill to other people. Now, the beautiful thing about sales is that, once you get really good at it, you can do remote sales, which means that you have the ability to jump between borders, and that gives you the allowance to be able to pay 0% taxes, which is a huge advantage because in these Western countries like Canada, I'm in Canada right now, and right now the taxes are like 50% if you're in the top tax bracket, which obviously if you're watching this video, you probably want to be in. And the other thing is the cost of living. If you are doing remote sales, you're able to do geo-arbitrage, which is where you can go to different countries. You can live for basically a third or fourth or even the fifth of the cost that it lives in Vancouver, Canada, or the UK or even Australia. So with the combination of being able to make as much money as you want in sales, because the sky is the limit, the tax reduction, so you can set up your taxes as 0% if you do a few other things like cut your ties with the Western country, and then you live for a cost of living that is like pennies on the dollar. You can save and pocket an insane amount of money where you can invest that and grow your wealth, where you can ultimately be in charge of your life, and you can have the ultimate freedom where you can travel to different countries. You can invest in crypto, invest into properties, and if you start this, like let's say you're in your 18, 19, or even in your 20s, you can become a multi-millionaire by the time you're my age. I'm 31 now, so if I started this years ago, I would be so much further ahead than most people. Now, the reason why a lot of people don't like to get into sales is because they say, oh, I don't want to be a salesperson. It feels like I'm ripping people off and I don't want to push people. The reason why people say that is because they've been taught or they've had bad experiences with other salespeople. To be a really good salesperson, ultimately all you're doing is you're connecting one thing, which is the product or the offer, to the person who really needs that transformation or the product or the offer. And ultimately all you're doing is you're asking them questions. You're helping them figure things out about themselves that they probably never would have been able to do by themselves, or even help them make a move that they're on the fence, they're scared to do by themselves, but they just need some mentorship or some guidance, which is what the salesperson ultimately does. So sales is one of the best, I would say one of the best professions out there. And once you get really good at that, then you can ultimately transition into starting your own business, because sales is the lifeblood of every business. So once you got sales down, your entire life will change, and it has completely changed my life. I used to dream about having an apartment like this, whether that's in Vancouver, Canada, or if that's in Colombia, or if that's in another part of the world, and sales has helped me achieve that. I have a group where like-minded guys like yourself who want to geo-arbitrage, who want to have 0% taxes, or just entrepreneurs or salespeople who want to network. I have a group, it's a school community, it's free, so if you want, click the link down below and you can join it. So that being said, hope you guys enjoyed this video. We'll see you guys on the next one.